Hey, it's Charles here from Charles Good Food. In today's video, we're gonna make some sourdough bread. In fact, we're gonna demystify sourdough bread. A lot of people say you can't make a sourdough bread at home, you don't have the right oven, you don't have the right tools, you don't have the right this and that. But the fact is, it's super simple and very easy. Everybody can do it, so let's do it. And make sure you watch the video to the end, because we're gonna do a giveaway. We are gonna give away a sourdough baking kit to make things easier for you. So before you can bake a sourdough bread, you need to feed your sourdough starter. I did this 6 hours before, and your sourdough starter is ready when it can safely pass the floating test. If you don't have a sourdough starter, I suggest that you see our video about how to make your own sourdough starter. In a large bowl, scale of 400 milliliters of water and 200 grams of your sourdough starter and 600 grams of strong bread flour. I don't recommend using all-purpose flour. Now mix your dough very lightly with your hands. Just mix it so it just barely comes together. We don't want to do a lot of kneading. This is just to hydrate the flour. Cover your dough with some cling film and leave it to rest for 30 minutes in a warm place. Now add 12 grams of salt. Mix your dough for a couple of minutes until all the salt has dissolved. Now scrape out your dough on the table. Now we're going to do a slap and fold technique, where you are slapping the dough and folding it, slapping it and folding it. It's very easy, and you can see that the dough becomes more and more smooth the longer you do it. If you do this around between 5 and 10 minutes, slap and fold, slap and fold. And as you can see, I'm stretching the dough a little bit. Put a little bit of oil in a container and make sure it's completely covered with oil. Place your dough in the container. Then leave your dough to rest for 30 minutes. Now that your sourdough bread is resting, is a perfect time for you guys to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell and smash that like button. Stay to the end of the video for the giveaway. After the first 30 minutes, we're gonna give the dough a stretch and fold. We do this to stretch the gluten and build a little bit of tension in the dough. Put the lid back on and rest it for 30 minutes. Now we're gonna do the second fold. The dough is a lot more active now, so be a little bit more gentle. Stretch and fold, stretch and fold, and then we are gonna put it back and rest for another 30 minutes. So it has been another 30 minutes and my dough is ready to pre-shape. If your dough is not as active as mine, you're just gonna stretch and fold it again and leave it for another 30 minutes until it's ready. Mine, I used quite hot water and it was quite warm in the bakery, so it became ready really fast. Now I am gonna divide the dough in two, or you can make one big loaf if you want, but I'm making two 600 gram loaves. I'm just gently gonna fold it in the middle and turn it around and make like a round shape. Then I'm gonna use my bench scraper to tighten it up a little bit and to build a little bit of tension in the dough. Cover your dough with a tea towel and leave it to rest for 15-20 minutes. Today I'm gonna shape my bread in a Banneton. If you don't have a Banneton, you can use any bowl with a floured tea towel. Lightly dust your dough balls and your Bannetons with a little bit of flour. You don't want to use too much flour. Now we're gonna shape our bread, and I am not gonna make this too complicated. I'm just gonna fold it into the middle and turn the dough all the way around, and I do that to build a little bit of tension in the dough. And then I turn it around, and then I'm gonna do what is called a tension pull, where I pull the dough towards me and use the table as a way to tighten up the dough. And then I'm gonna drop it in my Banneton, and the same with the second one. Now dust your bread with a little bit of flour and cover them with a tea towel or the liners and put them in the fridge for the next day. So now my sourdough bread is proved, and you can see that when it's ready, it will, if you push it gently, it will bounce back. That means that your bread is ready to bake. And we're gonna score the bread. I have different tools. I have one here that is a little bit more professional, and then there's like a plastic one, and you can also use a very sharp serrated knife. Preheat your oven to 250 degrees and put in your Dutch oven so it becomes blistering hot. I dump my bread very gently. And then I'm gonna score it from a very low angle. And before I put it in the oven, I'm gonna spray it a little bit. And this second bread. Cover your bread and put it back in the oven for 25 minutes and immediately lower the temperature to 220. After 25 minutes, remove the lid and bake for another 10 minutes. So here's our sourdough bread right out of the oven, very hot. To hear if they're baked, these to sound hollow. And hollow sounding is what you're looking for. I don't know if you can hear it, but they're crackling. So now our bread needs to cool off before we cut them. That is a fantastic crumb. Listen to the crust. That is a proper sourdough bread. Very easy to make. And that is sourdough bread demystified. So that's how you make a sourdough bread. Hope you enjoyed the video. The channel almost reached 100 subscribers, so we're gonna do a giveaway. We're gonna give away this beautiful 10-inch proving basket with a dough scraper and a scoring tool. All you got to do to win this one is subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell and smash that like button. And in the comment section below, comment sourdough, and I will choose a winner that we will announce in our next video. So see you next time and keep baking.